For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that fully well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the secret place. When I was woven together in the depths of the earth, your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in the book before one of them came to be.
Florida legislature has worked hard through the years to pass laws to protect babies in the womb, but these unborn babies are facing a new threat today. This threat is Amendment 4, titled Amendment to Limit Government Interference with Abortion. Floridians will see Amendment 4 on the ballot this November, and if we want to protect the unborn, we must vote no. So, what is Amendment 4 and where did it come from? This amendment made it on the ballot through what's called the initiative petition process. This initiative was sponsored and funded by Floridians Protecting Freedom, as well as the ACLU of Florida and Planned Parenthoods across the state. This petition got enough signatures from Florida voters to be put on the ballot. This process bypasses legislation and puts this issue in the hands of the voters instead. So, what exactly is Amendment 4? Let me read for you, word for word, what you will see on the ballot this November. Amendment 4. Amendment to limit government interference with abortion. No law shall prohibit, penalize, delay, or restrict abortion before viability or when necessary to protect the patient's health as determined by the patient's healthcare provider. This amendment does not change the legislature's constitutional authority to require notification to a parent or guardian before a minor has an abortion. The wording of this amendment is deliberately vague and misleading, which can easily deceive an unaware voter. There are 4 key terms to look at in this amendment. Number 1, viability. This term is not defined anywhere in the amendment and is completely up to interpretation. Some consider viability to be 24 weeks, while others not until the point of birth. This lack of definition will allow for abortions up to term, on demand, for any reason. This would legalize late-term abortions. Number 2, patient's health. This is written to sound like the amendment will protect the life of the mother. However, the state already provides protection for her. Rather, this term is written broadly so that a patient could have an abortion to protect not only her physical health, but also her emotional, mental, or even her financial health. Number 3, patient's healthcare provider. This lacks definition and is written in a way to make you think this means the patient's physician. However, this could be the abortion doctor or an abortion clinic staff who is not a licensed physician. And number 4, notification to a parent. This eliminates the current requirement for a parent or guardian to give consent for a minor to have an abortion. Instead, minors will be able to receive an abortion without parental or guardian consent. The only requirement will be that they be notified. This would be the only medical procedure in the state that a minor could undergo without parental consent. She would need parental consent to get her ears pierced, but not to get an abortion. Under this amendment, abortion has no limits. Under this amendment, abortions would be on demand for any reason. Under this amendment, all existing legislation that protects the unborn would be erased. Amendment 4's intent is evil in every way, stripping away all protection for a baby in the womb and pushing for minor girls to make serious decisions alone. If Amendment 4 passes, Florida will become one of the most extreme abortion states in the United States. This is why we must vote no and urge our friends and family to do the same. This is not the time for complacency. We must educate others about the grim reality of Amendment 4. This is not a political issue. This is a biblical issue and one which God cares deeply about. God has instructed us clearly on our duty to care for the weak and the vulnerable. The Bible says that God knew us before we were born, that He knit us together in our mother's womb, and that we're created in His image. We are at a critical point in the state of Florida, and the church's inaction will result in this extreme abortion amendment passing. If this amendment is voted in, there will be thousands of children who were never given the chance to be born. God has commanded us to value the sanctity of every life, and we must take responsibility.